Hey, it's Jason Coleman, and thank you for tuning into my podcast. If you haven't subscribed and signed up for my newsletter, please do. I'd love to reach out to you and send you daily rates and upcoming changes in our mortgage industry. Now, today I want to go over mindset and self-awareness because it all starts with self-awareness and your mindset. If you want to make a change in your life, and maybe you're looking for money, maybe you're looking for love, maybe you're looking for self-improvement. But at the end of the day, it all starts with self-awareness and understanding who you are. And I'm going to go back about 24 months ago. I'm sitting on the couch and my phone hasn't rang in 2017, not one time. And maybe it rang one time, but I hadn't closed any home loans in 7 months. And my son had just left for college, and I looked around at all my video gear, and I started thinking maybe the mortgage industry just isn't for me. And I've been doing it for like 13 years at that point, and I thought, really, that's kind of all I know, that, rock and roll and recording. And had been doing video for about 5 years with my son, just in our living room doing drum covers. And I looked around and I thought, I really enjoy the creative. Creative is me. And I thought, I looked at some other businesses. I applied at an electrical place. I thought maybe I need a new career. And so I got on a phone interview that my friend Chuck lined up for me, and I totally bombed it. Had not been through an interview in probably a decade. I'd been working from home. In fact, the majority of my life, I have worked from home, either recording bands and playing in a band or doing mortgages and restoring hot rods. So after the crash of 2008, I decided to diversify and do something creative like restore hot rods. And it all came down to 2017. My phone stopped ringing. I was kind of stuck on this 56 Ford. I couldn't get rid of it. It was a gorgeous car, and nobody wanted to pay what I had invested into it. So I looked at some other opportunities. I looked at the electrical business. I looked at the RV business. And after bombing the interview, I came full circle, and I said to myself, how can I help other people get what they want? How can I be creative in a world of finance? Yeah, there's some kind of creative positioning that goes into financing, but it's not the kind of creative that I thrive off of, me, one-on-one with whatever project I'm working on, whether it be recording a record, mixing it, or making a video and putting effects in and that kind of thing. That one-on-one me time that when I get done with the product, I can step back and go, oh, yeah, I did that. I'm so proud of that. It's not about money to me. It never is about money. It's about doing what makes me happy. And so I looked at how much time Cheryl and I were wasting on social media with our phones, just scrolling, like, oh, hey, that's awesome, and we're interacting, but we're just really wasting a lot of time. And I thought to myself, I have all this video gear. Maybe I could help other people, like sell their homes with my camera, go home and make some cool videos and, grow some relationships and help people move their homes. And so I went out there and I started offering to do it for free just so I could learn how to do it. Now, what was the change in mindset right there? Well, the change in mindset was I had to overcome a lot of obstacles. So I'm with this company called People's Mortgage, and I say I really need to work out of an office. So they hooked me up with this gal, Carrie, and I go in there and I say, Carrie, I've got this idea. I want to start doing home tours and video and everything with agents. And so I'd like to bring the loan in and maybe have your assistants help me process it and whatnot, so I can focus on the video portion of it. And she's like, okay, well, we never put anything in writing. And she took my first loan and didn't pay me. And the company didn't back me up because I had nothing in writing. So I ended up leaving. And she said, you're just trying to ride my coattails. That's exactly what she said to me. Now, I've gone 7 months without funding a deal. 8 months comes along. I'm feeling pretty pumped. I got this deal in the pipeline, and I don't get paid. So there's going to be obstacles you got to overcome, and when you're, just getting started again. So, I was just starting again, but I had all this experience, so it wasn't really starting again. And that's what made it so much cooler, is because I wasn't just starting from scratch. Even though I had blanked out all year, I had experience in the business, and I know how to close a loan. So there's different types of mindsets when you're doing stuff like this, and not everybody's cut from the same cloth. So I'd say, like, some people feel happier knowing that they're guaranteed they're going to get a paycheck, and they have a place to go. They're told what to do. They get it done. They go home, and boom, they get a paycheck, and they're happy with that. Then there's the other side of the coin where you're an entrepreneur like myself, and I'm a producer. I need to produce things consistently in order to feel good. And it's not really about the money. It's about just staying busy and fighting through to try and get to the next level. The challenge of, sometimes, like in the salesman world, salesmen go out and they get this big commission check and they'll blow it all so they stay hungry to get the next sale. And really, you think that's fucked up, but it's honestly true. That's what the true mindset of a lot of salesmen I know, and that helps keep them hungry. They just go out and blow all their money, and then they go back in and say, I'm going to make it again, which is okay if that works for you, but there comes a point when you got to start saving your money and still stay hungry. So you're at the position I was 24 months ago, and I ended up closing one transaction in 2017, but I kept going from August until December. I kept going. I kept doing all these free videos. Then I started charging just a little bit, and before you knew it, January came around. I was at a new company, The Fairway, and I was able to close a couple loans, and I was like, hey, this is working. Well, what I did is I looked around and I said, what do I have that I can use? What here is already at my disposal? And it was the cameras, and it was my lust for creativity. I just love doing creative stuff, and making it work with the financing was just a win-win for me, because I didn't really just want to do financing. I wanted to do something bigger. I wanted to do creative stuff that was just me and my creative thoughts. And I had the tools, and I've had them for years and years, and I never thought about it until I hit rock bottom. And sometimes it takes us hitting rock bottom to actually get up and change. So say, sometimes people have a heart attack, and all of a sudden now they're really super conscious about their health, right? That's maybe where I'm going. I don't know, but it is weighing heavy on my mind. That's next on my checklist here, is to invest in my health. So I wanted to share my transition from getting off the couch. I was pretty depressed because obviously if you're not working, you're not involved. Thoughts creep into your head and your mindset is totally whack. So I think it all starts with self-awareness, understanding who you are, understanding what you're capable of. I look at the top producers in my industry and I go, what made them so much different than me? Why are they able to produce? Are they a certain personality? Are they, a harder worker? Well, they're all hard workers, right? They all, but I don't think they're smarter than me. And that's what I came to the finalization, that they are not smarter than me. In fact, I am probably as intelligent or more intelligent than the majority of these producers. The difference was my mindset I didn't envision myself doing this, and I didn't see, that I had the potential. So I set goals for 2019, and I said, Jason, you just need to, double your production or hit 6 figures and you'll be okay. So 7 months through, I hit the 6 figures, and I'm thinking, why didn't I set the bar higher? Well, why am I cutting myself short? So now I've got bigger aspirations, and I'm going to 10 times those goals, and I'm going to shoot for $500,000, $1 million in 1 year coming 2020. Now, I may not achieve those goals. I may fail, but at the end of the day, I'm going to try, because that's my new mindset. I'm going to try. And I think by setting those goals and believing and seeing yourself achieving those goals just mentally, you just have to see yourself doing it. And if you think about something every single day and you do something every single day to achieve that goal, remember, every day is an opportunity for us to take action. So whatever your actions are for the day are going to reflect where you are in 30 days, in 60 days, in a year. That's how it happens. You just have to take action every day. That's what I did as a musician. I would take action every single day. I'd call a club. Can I play your bar? Can I book a gig here? And then I'd write a song and I'd record it. And every single day I would work towards the goal. And eventually I found myself playing in front of 100, 200, 500, 10,000 people at a time. It was amazing. And it wasn't for the money. It definitely wasn't for the money. It was for my happiness. I never chased the money. Although I set money goals, I'm not really chasing money. I'm chasing production. I'm chasing, the challenge. And that's what drives me, and that's my mindset. So I hope you got a little bit out of my mindset podcast here today. And I hope you'll consider subscribing and getting on my mailing list. I'm just going to send one a week, maybe showing you today's interest rates or this week's interest rates, and maybe some industry changing news. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and until next time, we'll see ya.